Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Faking the give, now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Lawrence. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A shotgun snap for Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce.
Oh, that was close. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Parker. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence forced out to his left and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Returnable here from the 38. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
A final shot before the break. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. 2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw. Lawrence on the slant. This is Chark. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Right back to him on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Watson. And this is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, 49 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's third and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Parker with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the world.
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 57 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Now Watson, his first throw of OT, escaping the pressure right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.